Let's say we end up with 10 characters.
Holy shit. We got an interview with Casey Yano, co-founder of Megacrit, the developers of Slay the Spire 2, and it is jam-packed with information on the future of the game and some details that you're genuinely not gonna wanna miss. I'm your host Placeholder, and let's get into it. First up, new game modes. Casey confirmed 3 specific modes are currently in the design phase. The first is built for players who want a competitive experience, think ranked mode or leaderboards. The second one is for people who love Slay the Spire but just don't have a full run's worth of time to sit down. You know, like a shorter, more accessible way to get your fix. And the third explores new social and multiplayer interactions built on top of the systems already in the game. To me, that sounds like an expansion of what the current co-op invite system already is, something more like open and public facing, like say joining a public lobby of Lethal Company. Now, Casey was very clear that none of these are guaranteed. They all have to survive internal testing and actually be fun. His philosophy is he'd rather ship 2 great modes than 20 buttons nobody enjoys pressing, so temper expectations, but the intent is clearly there. On the topic of the ending though, Casey was refreshingly honest. He admitted that in the first game they were burnt out by the time Act 4 came out and they just wanted it chucked out, that's why it only had like 2 battles and a merchant. This time around he wants the finale to be a proper event. More extravagant, more meaningful, you know, a real showdown. But it is the last thing on the roadmap. New modes, alternate acts, and maybe one new character or two will get here before the ending does, so don't hold your breath. Now on to the info on the new characters, but before that, real quick, I'm giving away 3 copies of Slay the Spire 2 on my Discord over a game of Kahoot and a talent show. Link in the description if that sounds like your kind of evening. Okay, characters. So, more characters are coming, developed by the founders themselves and rolled out as they are ready. The design philosophy is mechanics first. They don't start with a cool concept and reverse engineer a kit around it. They start with a mechanic and build up from there. Anything that doesn't hold up gets cut entirely, no matter how much time went into it. The characters we have now represent the simpler, broader archetypes. Ironclad and Silent Terrier classics, the Regent is a 2-resource character, the Necrobinder is a summoner, you know, all the classic stuff. What's coming next will be deliberately weirder and more mechanically complex. Casey was vague, but the direction is clear. You have to expect something more strange. On Ascensions, don't expect the level cap to go higher per character. Casey has a personal policy. He ran the numbers himself. He's aiming for the game to be completable in under 100 hours or so. So if they land on 10 characters, which he is accounting for, so you know, we can get up to 10 characters here. He has done the math. Now, in all clearness, I don't think we will get all 10 characters since they have to actually think about the characters and make them, and they said they will like roll out the characters as they get the ideas, they develop them, and it's ready for launch. They're very picky about gameplay. So let's say they release 3 more characters, it ends up at an even 8. 10 times 8 is 80, that would be the exact same amount of ascensions we had in the last game with 4 times 20, so yeah, the math does check out. So yeah, the note here is that he doesn't want the game to be this endless grind. There will be a ceiling and it will be a reasonable one, and since we're already on numbers, Regent and Ironclad are sitting around 25% win rate on Ascension 1, while the other ones are closer to 30%. Now, which mode are you most excited about? My money is on ranked, but you know, I'm a competitive guy. Drop your thoughts below, like, subscribe if you want to keep up with the updates, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Placeholder, signing out.